Then after we need to see the transverse section of the nerve. So let me explain this once. So what we said, aggregation of cell bodies. Aggregation of cell bodies. So I'll write the definition here. Aggregation of cell bodies. So we'll decrease the font size little bit. It is more. So aggregation of cell bodies in PNS called ganglia. Aggregation of cell bodies. This is very important. That's why we are repeating. Aggregation of cell bodies in the CNS. We say cell body or cyton or soma or centron, whatever. In CNS, we call it as nucleus. Next, the bundle of nerve fiber. The bundle of axons or nerve fiber. Axon or nerve fiber, whatever it's same. Bundle of axon or nerve fiber, we say now in case of PNS. The same bundle of axons, nerve fibers. In CNS, it is called tranche. Okay, so that to be remembered over. And next, the transverse section of the nerve. We need to go with the transverse section of the nerve. And now, if we come with a nerve, and nerve is a bundle of many nerve fiber, as I said to you now. So the nerve, outer layer of the nerve is surrounded by epineurium. Outer layer of the nerve is surrounded by epineurium. It contains many fascicles. It contains many fascicles. The fascicles are surrounded by perineurium. The fascicles are surrounded by perineurium. Okay. So then fascicle include each fascicle include many nerve fibers. Each fascicle include many nerve fibers. So which I am showing the nerve fibers to you. The total nerve is surrounded by a membrane called epineurium. Okay, so then individually it has many fascicles. What do you say that as perineurium? It contains perineurium. Each fascicle contains many nerve fiber. Each fascicle contains many nerve fiber. I am using black to see the axon. So putting the dots inside, these black dots. What do you say? They are axons. Okay, so many axons are present in the form of bundles, and that axons are surrounded by our so-called endoneurium. Similarly, what we learned in case of muscle, skeletal muscle, similarly we have the similar kind here also. Okay, so this is endoneurium. So we'll start from here. Endoneurium. When I start from endoneurium, you'll understand. Okay. I'm writing in the form of points here. Each nerve fiber, we call it as axon also. Each nerve fiber or axon is surrounded by endoneurium. Okay, that the fascicle will write as the next point. Endoneurium. Next, the second one. What is it? The bundle of nerve fiber. So the bundle of nerve fiber called bundle of nerve fiber is called fascicle. Okay, so then each fascicle surrounded by, please excuse me if I have any spelling mistake in the fast typing. Each fascicle is surrounded by perineurium. Then all the fasciculi, the plural I am talking, then all the fasciculi are surrounded by epineurium. Epineurium. Okay, so that's it. All the fasciculi are surrounded by epineurium, you can say. So this is the story of transverse section of the nerve. And as you know actually, what is nerve? The nerve is the bundle of nerve fibers or axons in the PNS, which we used frequently. That is nerve, which we said earlier. So that I am showing. So this is the total story. Then after, we need to see here the who is afferent, who is efferent, and what is the difference between the sensory nerve fiber and motor nerve fiber, that we need to see here. For that, I'll present all the words at one place, that these confusion should be avoided over. Then after, after with this knowledge, we can enter proudly into the neural control and coordination, human physiology chapter. Okay, so that's why that what I am saying here. This is very important chapter in the form of basic. Okay, so afferent nerve fiber. Okay, afferent nerve fiber. If I'm asking like this, you may feel as a whole neuron will come in mind. But whole neuron we are not talking about. Nerve fiber, that means only axon we are talking. Efferent nerve fiber or axon. Okay, so efferent nerve fiber, nothing but called axon. Afferent nerve fiber and efferent nerve fiber. So next, we call afferent nerve fiber as sensory nerve fiber, isn't it? We call it as sensory nerve fiber, afferent. Okay, then efferent nerve fiber is called motor nerve fiber. Efferent nerve fiber or axon is called motor nerve fiber. So this is the story we learned earlier. Now let us visualize them. Okay, so afferent nerve fiber. That means which it comes from the brain to the body parts, isn't it? Or body parts to the brain. Which one is correct?
Body parts to the brain.
Parts to brain.
Sensory nerve fibers arise from, this is brain and this is the body part. Okay, so that their cytons should be in which place? As we discussed yesterday. So the cytons are present in the body part. That we need to say. We are talking about single one. That's why we'll show only single one. Here it is the body part. So their cytons are present in body part. So then it axon, nerve fiber is coming to the brain and saying something to the brain. So what is this now? The impulse is always like this. We already said over. Dendrites to cyton and cyton to away from the cyton towards the axon. This is the direction. Okay. Then, so what is this? Afferent or efferent? You try to recognize this.
Afferent.
Efferent.
Yeah, very good. This is brain and this is body part. Brain and body part. Now I am trying to draw another one. The which one? The cytons are present in the brain with their dendrites, and axon is moving to the effector organ, sending something. It releases a neurotransmitter, saying something to the body part. So you just remind it as saying something. Open the mouth and saying something. By looking towards the direction, he can answer. So impulse is passing this side now. Okay. So what do you call it as? Efferent.
Efferent.
This is efferent. Efferent nerve or efferent nerve fiber?
Efferent nerve
Efferent
fiber.
now.
Nerve fiber. Now means, that's what I'm saying. Whatever the issues you learned earlier, forget all of them. Narrow means that so many will come. So now I'm talking about this black one, axon or nerve fiber. I'm talking about a single one. Okay, got it now. Axon or nerve fiber, single one. Nerve means so many will come. At least I drawn here nearly 15 nerve fibers I drawn here. 3, 4, 4, 4. Likewise, I drawn 4, 4, 4, 3. That's not exact number I drawn, actually just showing. That means nerve is different from nerve fiber. Tissue is different from cell. That you know very well. In the same way, nerve is different from nerve fiber. That is very important. Now you have to remember or recognize. Okay, so this is afferent. Okay, so this is afferent nerve fiber. Okay, so afferent nerve fiber and efferent nerve fiber. Do you know that mixed nerve fibers? Afferent. Okay, so do you know the mixed nerve fibers? Have you heard about mixed nerves?
No, sir.
Yeah, very good. If you don't know, you won't be confused over. That is very important. Okay, so I got some small spell mistake here. Okay. So there is no mixed nerve fiber. Now I am framing statement here. People will get confusion. So if you don't know, that is very good actually. So now I can give the statement. There is no any mixed nerve fiber. Mixed nerve fiber means what is mixed from the body parts to the brain. If impulse is passed, we call it as afferent. From the brain to the body part, if we say that information is passed over, that we call efferent or motor. Okay, so now let us write that also. Afferent or sensory, efferent or motor. Okay, so there is no mixed nerve fiber. Mixed nerve fiber. There is no mixed nerve fiber, but mixed nerve can present. Mixed nerve can be present here. So that we have to prove that statement. I'll go on the next page. So what is the statement? First we said there is no any mixed nerve fiber. That means this is one way through. Only the impulse will pass in the directions I shown to you. That means from the body part to the brain. That picture, the first box I am showing, that is from only body parts to the brain. Okay, so that means in the road you can't come like this. In the same road, you can't return. That's what I am saying. In the same road, you cannot return. Okay, so I'll show you with red color and I'll make it, let's see, yellow. So like this. In the same road, we cannot come. Okay, actually small technical problem, I think so. Uh, From in case of afferent nerve fiber, this is the direction. That means impulse will travel from body part to the brain, or you say away from the cyton. We can say like this, away from the cyton in the axon. You can say like this. But in the same road, you can't come back. That's what I'm saying. Here, again, same. Here, from in efferent from the brain to body part we are going. In the same road, you cannot return. You cannot return. Okay, so that is the first thing you remember. That's why we said there is no mixed nerve fiber. Okay, so that means both activities at a time, the possibility. Only the from brain to body part or body part to brain. Separate people are there. Afferent and efferent. There is no mixed nerve fiber. There is no any fiber in the body. There is no any nerve fiber or axon in the body which is going to do the same, the both works at a time. So that's what we are talking. There is no mixed nerve fiber or axon. Okay, so single road, you need to understand. But there are mixed now. What is mixed now? That we have to discuss. What is mixed now? There are some mixed nerves. So what are mixed nerves? That we should see now. Okay, so I'll show you. We learn the nerve and now we need to learn the mixed nerve. Okay, so I'll draw a mixed nerve. For that, a hypothetical diagram we are drawing brain, body parts. Okay, so before we go there, let me show you what is sensory nerve. What is sensory nerve? What is sensory nerve? For that, what is sensory nerve? The bundle of nerve fibers. The bundle of nerve fibers are present in the body part and their axons are traveling towards the brain. We say this. If you make a circle here, that will become sensory nerve. Okay, so that means what is sensory nerve? Bundle of axons or bundle of nerve fibers. The bundle of nerve fibers are axon. I'm trying to inject that axon or nerve fiber is going to be same. Bundle of nerve fibers or axons, which are in what activity? Which are carrying impulse from body parts to brain, which are carrying impulses from body parts to brain. What do you call them as? Sensory nerves. Okay. So try to understand the difference between the sensory nerve fiber. We said earlier. Nerve fiber. I'm talking single one. Okay. So sensory nerve fiber. Now what I said, what I shown to you. Sensory nerve. That means you need to remember that earlier story in the transverse section I shown to you. Epineurium, perineurium, fascicles, likewise. Okay. So all the fascicles which are present here are doing the same activity, which are carrying that information from the body part to the brain. Okay. Next, the same way, let us write about the motor nerve. So for that again, brain and here body parts. Brain, body parts. So then the cytons are present in the brain. Cytons are present in the brain, and their axons are carrying impulse and sending information to the body part. Okay. So that their bundle can be called as, this bundle can be called as. So what do you say this as? This bundle is said to be as?
Motor nerve.
Nerve. Or nerve. Or efferent nerve. Efferent, the word we don't use actually. Motor nerve, let us say motor nerve. So what is motor nerve? Bundle of nerve fibers or axons which are carrying impulses from brain to body parts, are called as motor nerve. Okay, so they are called as motor nerve. And you need to remember it as that if you take the transverse section of these, you'll find epineurium, then perineurium, and it contains many axons, that all these axons are having only one function. What is the function? That carrying impulses. So in this direction. Okay, this is the direction. All are doing only one activity, that is carrying impulse from brain to body part. So that nerve fiber, just try to find out the difference. Okay, what is nerve fiber? It's like a tissue and a cell. Single one cell, bundle called tissue. Single one nerve fiber or axon, bundle is called nerve. Okay, that you need to understand. Next, let us talk about the mixed nerve now. Mixed nerve. So for mixed nerve, should draw the same brain one side and body part. Okay, so some of the neurons are carrying imperfect, that means cytons are present in the brain and their axons are going to the body part. Their axons are going to the body part and sending impulses to them. So what do you say it as? Motor.
Motor nerves.
What do you say it as? Motor. Okay. Next, some of them, cytons are present in the body part and their axons are coming from the body parts to the brain. So what do you say this as?
Sensory.
Sensory nerve.
Okay. So now we'll draw what is mixed nerve. This is mixed nerve. Okay. Mixed nerve. What are the properties of mixed nerve? It contains some bundles of afferent fibers, afferent or sensory nerve fibers, and it contains some bundles of afferent nerve fiber and some bundles of efferent or motor nerve fibers. Some bundles of efferent or excuse me, motor nerve fibers. So what do you say it as? Mixed nerve. That kind we say mixed nerve. If you remember the old transverse section, that nerve is surrounded by epineurium. It contains fascicles. Okay. In that fascicle, some of the fascicles containing nerve fibers are doing, they are present like this, like this. Okay, so I'll draw that axons also here, the transverse section of the axon with their endoneurium. Next, some of the axons are present. Green, kada? We'll make it with green that for our better understanding. Okay, so that's what we are talking about. Okay, so perineurium is as usual, means they are surrounded by perineurium. Okay, the dots, what do you say? The transverse section here, if we cut here, you will find some like this and some like this. So only thing you need to understand here, one neuron can't make everything. That's it, what we are talking here about this. One neuron can't make everything. That means, so if I shown here, the impulse is traveling from where to where. Yes, I'll give the two options here. A, B, both. You have two options to answer. Impulse in the neuron is traveling from where to where? A or B or both?
Both.
Both.
If you answer both,
Both.
you need to go for this back again. That means you are still answering both, means the topic is not injected. Still your
A.
older neuron information is coming into the mind. That's what. That's what from the beginning I am saying. Both
Motor now, sir.
Motor nerve.
is wrong. You can't say even motor because I am not given what is the origin, what is the ending. Only I said over arrow mark I shown like this and arrow mark I shown for B like this. So I am asking. So that what actually that a single line is there in the textbook I am developing, that is because we have great applications here to ask in future times. Okay. So what is the line we have? That impulse from the dendrite to the cyton it will pass. From in axon it was given like that. Impulse is always pass away from the cyton. So this is the information they are given. So you need to answer A. Okay. You need to answer A. So B is always not possible. That's what I am saying. B is not at all possible. There is no possibility of B. Means in this any neuron, impulse is not going like that. Okay. So that's why if you observe how I drawn, when I am drawing sensory nerve fiber, when I'm trying to draw the sensory nerve fiber, you see how I drawn the sensory nerve fiber. I drawn the cytons in the body part and axons in brain. When I drawn the motor nerve fiber, I drawn cytons in the brain and axon. Okay, so got it. So that means always impulse, always I use a special color. I that here like this. Always impulse will travel like this. You need to understand. Okay, so we'll make more arrow marks that to understand much better. Okay, more arrow marks, bigger arrow mark I am making. So always like this. From away from the cyton. Okay, from dendrites to the cyton, cyton to the axon. Okay, next, in the same way, you need to understand impulse here, it will travel like this. So here also you see away from the cyton. That's what you need to understand. If both are happening means you need to understand it is having some bundles of sensory and some bundles of motor. That is mixed nerve. For your understanding, I'll give some nerves. I'll give some cranial nerves, human being cranial nerves here. That we have 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Olfactory, optic. No need to remember. Don't get panic here after all looking towards this name. Oculomotor, trochlear, trigeminal, Olfactory, optic, oculomotor, trochlear, trigeminal, abducens. Okay, abducens, facial, our cranial nerves, facial, glossopharyngeal. That we have 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Olfactory, optic, oculomotor, trochlear, trigeminal, abducens, facial, glossopharyngeal. So, vagus, spinal accessory, hypoglossal, facial. After facial, I think we missed one. Auditory. Okay, that's little distance. Auditory. Okay. So we have 12 pairs of cranial nerves like this. For example, if I want to say what about olfactory? Olfactory means olfactory is sensory. Okay, so olfactory is sensory. No need to remember all these things here. Just for your information sake, olfactory is sensory. Optic is sensory. Oculomotor is motor. Trochlear is motor nerve. Trigeminal is the mixed nerve. So facial, trigeminal, abducens is the motor. Facial, mixed nerve. Auditory, sensory nerve. Glossopharyngeal, mixed nerve. Vagus, mixed nerve. Spinal accessory and hypoglossal, motor nerves. What all these are? What all these indicating here? So what all is indicating? Some of our cranial nerves are sensory, like this, like this. That means olfactory, optic, auditory. That out of the 12 pairs of cranial nerves, olfactory, optic, auditory. These cranial nerves having their cytons in the body part and their axons are moving towards the brain, we call them as sensory nerves. That means all the bundles, fascicles are having this direction, this kind of arrangement. Okay. Next, when it comes to the motor, so what we said in the motor, from brain to body parts. In that itself, oculomotor, oculomotor, trochlear. Okay, so trochlear, abducens, then spinal accessory, hypoglossal. So these cranial nerves are present like this, hypoglossal. Okay, present like this kind of arrangement means that motor nerve fibers, which their cytons in the brain and their axons are moving towards the body part. Okay, next mixed nerves, whom we call mixed nerves, that having both sensory nerve fiber and also motor nerve fiber, that we say mixed nerves. In that trigeminal, we can take trigeminal nerve, facial nerve, and glossopharyngeal nerve, glossopharyngeal. Okay, so then the well-known vagus you may know, number 10. So vagus arrangement is like this. That means it contains some sensory fibers and some contain some motor nerve fibers. Okay, so very important basic here it is that you need to understand. So if your previous knowledge is overcoming this, still it seems to be not understanding manner. Okay, so that means you didn't learn this before. This is very new. You just learn like as a unit, a cyton, a dendrite, a axon. Okay, so now I am explaining the same with positions. That's why this is very important. That's why this is very important that you need to take care of it. Okay, now that we don't have much supporting lines in the textbook for this. We don't have much supporting lines, but this is very important that to understand the future topics like neural control and coordination when we go there. This is huge. You just remember this diagram. So that means A is only correct. A is only correct. Okay. Now for testing again, I think I can test it now. I'm writing here now. This is brain and this is body part. Now you try to say what it is. I drawn the brain on the top and down bottom body part. So now we try to say what it is. Yes, anyone?
Motor now.
Very good. This is motor. As I said over, you just remember this mouth, axon terminals, like this. Motor. Very good. Okay. So then, let us erase this. Then if we reverse this, or else we'll take it one more. If I write body part here, if I write brain here, so then what it is?
Sensory nerve.
Yes. So I'm giving the visual definition for the, what is this, sensory nerve or nerve fiber?
Nerve fiber.
Fiber.
Very good, very good. So finally we reached. It's nerve fiber. Single one can be called fiber. Okay. So then, and now if I write brain here and body parts here, so what it is?
Mixed nerve.
Yeah, mixed nerve. Okay, that's what. Mixed nerve or mixed nerve fiber?
Mixed nerve.
Nerve.
Nerve fiber, because the individual don't have that kind of function. So some are going and some are coming. Okay, so simply and finally, I'm giving conclusion here. You can't travel in the same road. You cannot travel. If in this road you already travel, you cannot reverse. You take another road. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, this is brain and this is body part. So the traveling, the journey between the brain to the body parts with the help of neuron won't happen like this. Same road cannot return back. So that is very important. What I tried till the time, that only. Okay. So you just forget about it. If you know anything before, you just forget about that. You just try to inject this into the brain. It is little difficult, but simply I'm saying whatever you learned, other than this earlier, that is trash. This is true. This is the only truth. And this is going to be a very important concept for you for second year human physiology, as well as in future times when you become doctors even. That means when you're reading MBBS also, it is much helpful. So that's why be careful. So remember this basic and revise it. Neuroglial cell. We are completed all the issues which related to the neuron. Now we are moving with neuroglial cells. What are the neuroglial cells? Whom we call neuroglial cells? Supporting cells, these are. Neuroglial cell, nothing but supporting cells. Okay. The neuroglial cells are supporting cells. So I'm here, I'm making some kind of differentiation I'm making here. That like cells of CNS and cells of PNS. In that manner, I'll classify. That will make us to understand the issue much better. Cells of CNS and cells of PNS. That means supporting cells are different from there here. Okay. So cells of PNS, as we already discussed about one cell earlier, that is Schwann cells. Okay. So Schwann cells are going to be helpful for the supporting. Okay. So neuroglial cells of the PNS include the Schwann cells. We said Schwann cells are going to secrete the myelin sheath. And also the second one here in case, satellite cells. Satellite cells is another type of cells here which surround the cell bodies in the ganglia. Okay, so when we said about the ganglia, that aggregation of cell bodies, satellite cells surround them. What do you call satellite cells? Okay, Schwann cells we learned already that going to secrete the myelin sheath in case of myelinated axon. Next, here also we will learn this oligodendrocytes. Oligodendrocyte. Oligodendrocytes, about oligodendrocyte, do you know anything? They are even secreting myelin sheath. In the last class, we learned oligodendrocytes secrete myelin sheath of myelinated axons in CNS. Myelin sheath of myelinated axons in PNS secreted by Schwann cells. Okay. Next, microglial cells. Microglial cells. So did you heard this word before, microglial cells? Do you heard monocytes? Do you know monocytes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What are they? They are the cells of blood, a granulocyte. When they become active, what do you call them as? Macrophages, isn't it? Macrophages will come and settle down in the areolar connective tissue. They are called as
Histiocytes.
Oocytes.
histiocytes. Migrating macrophages are called
Wandering Mac.
Migrating.
Macrophages.
wandering macrophages. They are called as wandering macrophages. Okay, as I said there earlier, in different places of the body, these monocytes are activated in the form of macrophages or different names. Like in the liver, we call Kupffer cells. Like in brain, we say microglial cells. In the bone, we call osteoclast. In the joints, we say synovial cells. Okay, that's why various names are there. It's enough now. From here, what we have to learn, whatever the microglial cells which are present here, they are nothing but the descendants of monocytes which become activated in the form of macrophages. Wherever we go, the function we need to say the same. What is that? Phagocytosis, that engulfing microbial organisms. Okay, next. Oligodendrocyte, what we said, they secrete the myelin sheath, and now the microglial cells, and then ependyma cells. Ependyma cells. Ependyma cells. Okay. So ependyma cells. So it's not new for you. If I ask a question, you'll find out. Ciliated columnar epithelium. Ciliated columnar epithelium. Okay, I said answer, I think so. Ventricles of brain. Central canal of spinal cord. Ventricles of brain and central canal of spinal cord. Lined with epithelial tissue, which lines the ventricles of brain and central canal of spinal cord.
Simple columnar ciliated epithelium.
Yeah, got it. Epithelium which lines the ventricles of
Ciliated
brain and central canal of spinal
column.
cord. We practiced it so much earlier. But unfortunately, I said answer. That's even some people are not saying, isn't it? Epithelium which lines the ventricles of brain and central canal of spinal cord is ciliated columnar epithelium. Ciliated columnar epithelium. So that ciliated columnar epithelium which lines the ventricles of brain and central canal of spinal cord is called ependyma cells. That is called ependyma cells. Okay. So that means simply we say ciliated columnar epithelium of this area which lines the ventricles of brain and central canal of spinal cord. Okay. So before I go to the fourth cell, astrocyte, let me complete this. Whatever the cells on the screen, oligodendrocyte secrete myelin sheath. Okay, secrete myelin sheath. Next, microglial cell. They are for phagocytosis. Microglial cell for phagocytosis. Okay. The microglial cells for phagocytosis. So making boxes to not to confuse. And the remaining ependyma cell, epithelium, which lines the ventricles of brain and central canal of spinal cord, is called ciliated columnar epithelium, and that ciliated columnar epithelium is called ependyma cells. Okay. Next, Schwann cells, which we already said, the cells which secrete myelin sheaths are called Schwann cells. Satellite cells, the satellite cells which are said to be surround the as a supporting cells around the cell body. Okay. Then next, the last one that is special, that very interesting and special one. Okay, so that is astrocyte. Astrocyte. Okay, so let us discuss about the astrocyte in the next page, which is very unique, very interesting even. astrocytes of the central nervous system. So we have two types of astrocytes, fibrous and protoplasmic, but no matter. Just we need to know the function of astrocytes. The types of astrocytes will come in the future time in MBBS. Okay, so for that, I'll remind you a small story we learned earlier. That four-chambered heart. From there, a blood vessel came, left ventricle. Then when it goes to the body parts, when it is getting capillarized, do you remember what happened when the blood vessel is capillarized? All the plasma along with the WBC came out into the tissues and bathes all the fluid, isn't it? Bathes all the tissue fluid and tissues with nourishment. So that's what we learned earlier. Okay, now the same story we need to apply. But actually, if we come with the blood, when we see the components of the blood, we have seen that blood is contains so many toxic materials. In the blood, there is a possibility of so many toxic materials can be seen over. Okay, so these toxic materials, so this is happen everywhere. We said 85%, many of us will end. That 85% will be written back like this, the remaining will collected by the lymph capillaries. Did you remember all the things? So in that we are talking if any toxic substances if present here, so that may damage the brain. So what I am saying here, that every part of the body, the story which we said that will be applicable, but for this is not applicable. That means whenever the blood vessel branched as capillaries, and through the capillaries, the fluid comes out and bathes all the tissues and makes the nutrients to be open, make the nutrients that means in the case of brain is a very sensitive place. That should not be happen. What should not be happen? The from the capillaries, whatever the fluid we said will come out, that should not come. So now the function of astrocyte. The capillaries are very thin. That's why they are coming out, isn't it? So that's why what we are doing here. These are the astrocytes, the star-shaped cells. See what they are doing. Astrocytes are giving extra thickening to the blood capillaries. The astrocytes are the special kind of cells. That function we say like this. They give extra thickening to the blood capillaries. Astrocytes are giving extra thickening the blood capillaries possible by astrocyte. For what? Extra thickening of the blood capillaries for what? To prevent the plasma or to prevent the blood components not to come out. To prevent the blood components not to come out. That because if any toxic material present in the blood that may do harm very sensitive portion that is brain. So that's why we don't allow a single fluid to come out. We don't allow. Okay. So that's it. That is the function of astrocytes. Any doubts? Any doubts? You should ask a doubt here. Is anyone there? That means if any toxic materials are present here, that may do the damage. That's why we don't allow the fluid of blood to come out. That's why astrocytes are here. They're giving extra thickening to the blood capillaries. That extra thickening of the blood capillaries for what? To prevent the blood components not to come out. So now I am asking here, any doubts?
Sir,
Hmm.
if this blood does not come out, then how the nourishment to the tissues, sir?
Very good. That's what we are waiting for. If blood won't come out, why it is coming out? To provide nourishment to all over the body. If brain people by putting astrocyte, if they don't accept the fluid to come out, if they don't accept the fluid to come out, how do the nourishment will be supplied over? Isn't it? So that problem even solved by astrocytes. They even solve that problem. What astrocytes are saying, you give it to me, I'll give it to them. Means you are talking about nutrients, isn't it? You give the nutrients to me, I'll supply to them. So they are saying like so. Okay. That means that nutrients are collected by our said osteocytes even. The green one, which I am drawing astrocytes from the beginning, I am using only one color, that is these astrocytes. Okay. So these astrocytes are, which are lining, they only collect the nutrients and they supply to the blood. Okay. So that means they are cells, isn't it? They take nourishment and they supply to the blood. So simply on that particular concept, from the total story, you have to remember that only. Okay, so that for conceptual understanding, we made the total story, but you need to understand the function of astrocyte is they act as blood brain barrier. Astrocytes acts as blood brain barrier. First thing, they don't allow the fluid to come out. Then the doubt should come. That how does the nutrients require that supplied to the brain? Okay, that work is also done by astrocytes. What they do, they mediate. They collect from the blood and they supply to the brain. Okay, so that's why we call, you just remember this word. This is very important. Astrocytes act as blood-brain barrier. Okay, so the final conclusion we are giving now by making all the cells in one place, that some of the cells we are seen in the CNS and some of the cells we are seen in PNS. First of all, I come with the CNS, the cells here, just you answer them, that's all. Oligodendrocyte function.
Secret myelin sheath.
Secret myelin sheaths.
Yeah, single line functioning. If you make it, it will be helpful for us to answer the things in math the following. Secrete myelin sheath. Okay, next. Number 2. S.
Microbe,
Microglial cells. Function.
phagos,
What is it?
phagocytosis.
Phagocytosis. Microglial cells. The function of microglial cells is phagocytosis. Descendants of monocytes. Next, number 3. Ependymal cells. Ependymal cell. Function. Function as usual, they make the fluid. You just need to remember, they are the ciliated
Columnar epithelium.
Columnar epithelium.
cells. They are the ciliated columnar epithelial cells. Ciliated columnar epithelial cells. I got missed the line. Okay, so ependymal cells are the ciliated columnar epithelial cells. Okay, next. We have to make it here. Next, the fourth one, which we discussed it now, astrocytes. A single line to be remembered. What's that?
Act as brain and blood and brain barrier.
Blood, brain.
Barriers. Barriers.
Next, about the PNS, cells of the PNS. We have only
Squam
two.
cells.
Squam cells, satellite
Fan
cells.
cells, satellite cells.
We secrete,
Squam
span cell secrete,
Myelin
myelin.
sheaths.
Myelin sheath.
Span cell secrete, myelin sheath. Next, satellite cells.
Supporting cells.
Around the cell bodies.
Supporting cells is around the cell bodies. Very good. So, the cells of CNS and cells of PNS. These are the cells of CNS. Then these are the cells of PNS. That's it. Okay. So this is the final, and we have completed the structural organization chapter. The whole chapter is completed. Okay.